This building behind me was constructed after the failed rebellion of Denmark Vesey. And this building right here was constructed by Citadel, which is a military cadet school here in Charleston, a very old, prestigious school that's been around here for years. But they got their start here because of Denmark Vesey. They had to watch an eye on the community, which was the Emmanuel AME Church that was located across the street from here. And they actually used this building as an armory to keep their cannons and their weapons, just in case something pop off. The city was on high alert after they found out that Denmark Vesey and the other brothers was planning to overthrow and to fight for their freedom. Had the people very afraid in the city. Even the local newspaper was printing propaganda about the military coup to make the public more afraid than they was, because history books never tell us how our people really fought back. And in the city Charleston, it was a lot of bloodshed that was going on, and believe it, it wasn't our blood that was being shed. That's something they really don't talk about. If you talk to a lot of the locals here, they'll definitely tell you what really happened between the different islands that makes up Charleston, South Carolina. And a lot of the people had to flee into the swamps and the other islands to, have their freedom, similar to the way the Maroons did in Jamaica. They did the same thing here in Charleston, South Carolina. You got about 4 or 5 different islands that could make up the city. That really makes up the city. And at that time, the mosquitoes was very deadly to the white folks, so they didn't want to deal with that. So they said, if they're gonna run into the swamps, they could stay there. But we are continuing the removal of the John C. Calhoun statute. And like I said, the statute been in the city for 123 years plus, and it represents slavery, it represents white supremacy, it represents everything that oppresses black people in America. And I'm so delighted that this statute is being removed. But one thing to keep in mind, that just because the statute is being removed, the people really got to remove the hate in their heart. If they don't remove the hate in their heart, removing these Confederate monuments don't mean nothing, because the system of racism is going to be there, systemic racism, police brutality is still going to be there. The education system in South Carolina is probably the worst in the nation. We always in the top 48 when it comes to education. So it's a lot of things we have to get straightened out before we're talking about moving past this event that's going on right now. This is only a symbol. So just because of the symbol being removed, like I said, we have to start moving the things that holds us back in this society as black people.